Hey guys, welcome back to Big Lou TV. Right then, so I think we've got to discuss, haven't we, the new rule changes that Eurovision have brought in this week. I would actually say it's a move in the right direction. We're just going to quickly go over them. There's four sort of main points that they've come up with on the website, and so I'm just going to go through them very quickly with you. What ones I think are positive benefits of it, maybe some criticisms, and yeah, my overall thoughts. So here we go then. So then, one of the first ones, and I think this is the big one. I've actually got the article up in front of me as we do this. We have a return then of the jury to the semi-finals. Now that is extremely important. Most Eurovision fans will tell you that televote friendly songs have been getting more and more maybe popular in the national selections, and they've been doing much better at Eurovision in recent years since they brought in this rule. And it's maybe meaning that some quality entries are getting knocked out in the semi-finals. This year, for instance, I was amazed Cyprus didn't make the final, and that was slightly more jury-friendly song. And so a lot of jury-friendly songs were not making it to the final. So actually, that also meant that the jury-friendly songs that did make it will then get lots and lots of jury points because it had less competition from jurors. So I think that is a really important aspect of the changes, and it seems silly to have had it differently for the semi-final voting than the final. I found it amazing they'd changed it to begin with. So Big Lou TV there approves of that rule change. That's a big one. Tell us your thoughts below, people. I want to get your comments. Right, the other one was fewer maximum votes. Now I think that also fantastic. It's been reduced from 20 to 10. It's per paying method. So I don't exactly know how that works because some people can still maybe get multiple phones and vote 10 times, but it's still better than 20. And it says they're going to encourage us to spread our votes around a bit more as well. I think this will be helpful. Personally, I think a clever system might be to, even have less than 10, or just you can only vote for your favourite. Because I don't like the fact you can vote multiple times for one song, because then it's all about the intensity of how much you like something, not the total amount of people that like something. So I'm not keen, and obviously we've seen campaigns over the years where maybe they're trying to promote things to get more voting and that sort of thing, and that comes on to the next rule change. But yeah, I just don't think that is particularly helpful. I think it needs to be about the total amount of people that like a song, not how many votes they're getting as such, if you get what I'm saying. But I still think it's a move in the right direction. So well done, Eurovision makers there, because I think you've been listening. And I think those two things alone, very, very important. Now, the other two things they said is they're going to discourage promotional campaigns that are disproportionate, and third parties, including governments, getting behind songs. I totally agree with that. There needs to be a bit of more of a fair playing field. Obviously, it's still going to be difficult, but I think you should try to put in controls to minimise things as best you can, because you don't want some big countries having massive campaigns behind them with governments and having a big, maybe unfair advantage. So I think that is extremely important. I mean, we heard stories, didn't we, over the years where I think this is just one that comes to mind. Don't say I'm picking on any country in particular. Obviously, in the last few years, some countries got a lot of points, and you're thinking, really? I mean, how did that song get it when some people don't think some songs are that good? I did remember reading a story years ago where Malta had been put a lot of money into the betting odds to hype up their song as well. And I'm sure lots of other countries may have been doing bits and bobs like this. And yeah, I think we do need to put a stop to bits like that. We don't want the things to be as artificial. And the final thing they have said is they've got more enhanced technology to look at fraudulent voting activity, and they're putting in more measures for that. Again, should be greatly improve things, and very welcome, I would say, to have this. One thing I forgot to say, actually, the jurors have also been increased to 7.
and they've got to have at least 2 jurors who are between 18 and 25. So I think that's great too, because it might bring some the young audience on board, or some of the songs that more appeal to the younger audience are going to get more votes. And I think that can only be beneficial to the contest, because you need people, the new generation, to like it. Otherwise, there may not be a future of the contest. Yes. So fantastic. That's what I would say. So to end a note on though, I would add in one thing that I would go back to personally is I would like a random running order again. Now I know that you do run the risk of having all the ballads all in a row and all borrowing songs, and giving producers the ability to put first half, second half, producer's choice. It does give them so much flexibility in trying to make the show good and flow well, ebb and flow. But I think it gives the producers an unfair sort of advantage, or they can really decide to push songs that they want to win or don't, or want to lose, basically. So everyone's always knows no one's ever won from second position, and they normally give the last spot, 26th, to a party anthem to finish off the show, but they know it's not got no chance to win, or it won't win. And obviously they've already had, when they're choosing the grand final running order, they've already had some information from the semi-final voting. So I don't agree with it. I think it needs to go purely random, pick it from the hat numbers, because now we soon as we know when the grand final running order comes out, you know, oh, that song's not going to win then. If a favourite is put in the first half, they're always put now quite right near the end of the first half, as far as possible, so you know that must be in contention. And if it's not put, you know, at least 7th or 8th, or towards the end, you know that, oh, well, it ain't got a chance then. I was a big fan of Luxembourg this year, and they were put in second. And it can also confound your position. I thought Luxembourg was really good. They realised from the votes that it wasn't going to win, so they then decided they generally put a song in second place that they know isn't going to win. But it could also mean it gets even less votes than they could have got. So I think they need to go back to random draw. I'm not even really keen though on being able to vote from the start. So there would still be things personally I would change, but I still think the changes they have done will improve things, and it should be beneficial to the contest. What do you think, people? Well, I mean, we've still got a few issues, haven't we, this year, with countries saying they might boycott, etc. But it has also been good that a few countries are returning. I might do some videos next few weeks for my top 5 songs from countries that are returning. And yeah, it'll be, before you know it, end of December, early January, we'll be into Eurovision season. So my reactions to the songs will be coming back out again. But yeah, that's just my thoughts, my opinions on the new rule changes. What do you think? Do you think they'll be good? And tell us more. And yeah, but I think a move in the right direction. All right, signing off there, Big Lou TV. I'll see you soon. Bye.